Okay, so I'm gonna spend this stream talking about anime and my gripes with certain anime and manga because there are certain takes that I've witnessed. Certain anime takes I've witnessed. Another dude, I'm glad I said takes, cause I watch a show called the Noodle Shop Podcast. That's how I got introduced to Cyberpunk Edge Runners, cause they talked about it, and I didn't really remember. I didn't really remember much of what they said, but I remember them saying it was really fast paced, but it was good, right? So I was like, oh, maybe give this a shot, cause back then I wasn't watching any anime. I was just reading manga, cause I was like, cause anime was like the anime I'd seen for a while was all just pretty mid, or like not like not that great, or like I wasn't watching shonens or anything for a while. Right? So I gave Cyberpunk Edge Runners a try. I was like, oh, it might be good. May as well try it out, cause they recommended it on the Noodle Shop Podcast. Wow, on iTunes and Apple. Wow, right? So I was like, I may as well try it. That's how I found Cyberpunk. Right? They did a tier list. I don't know what episode it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably. I don't know. Okay. So they made a tier list, and on that tier list was One Punch Man, one of my personal favorites, like personal favorite mangas, personal favorite animes. I think it's really good. They put it like B tier. I know it was a low tier, cause and this is how you know Tectone's takes are bad. They put it at a low tier. I don't know what they put it at, but I remember being mad, and I don't know what he said, but I remember being mad about it. I was like, this guy is wrong.
What's next?
One Punch Man. I say A.
B.
Yeah, I like B. That's fair.
It's B.
Yeah.
It's so It's so overhyped. I really do think that I'm not saying it's a bad show, but it's also like I think some of the best parts about One Punch Man is the kind of the satire of anime as a whole.
Okay, that's very interesting that you bring that up. You say satire. Would you say that Saitama's a gag character?
Yeah, I think so, in some ways.
This guy's wrong on so many axes, so many different axes. He's wrong. Left, right, up, down, center. Left, right, B, A, start. Konami code. Like this guy was just completely wrong. He said it was like mid. He said it was alright, and then in a later episode said saying something's alright means you think it's not that good. Dude, he must not have read the manga. I was dégueulasse, tellement dégueulasse. I don't know. I was like, dang, bro, this guy is wrong. All my respect down the drain until he rated something else low, and I was like, yeah, that's right. But like, dude, there's no way you're saying One Punch Man is anything less than A tier. And they might have said it was A tier, and I was still mad, because One Punch Man is so good. There's no way, dude. When he fights with, when Genos dies and you see him literally snap, it is like the best. It is like, because the character who's always emotionless, bing bong. He's like, oh, I'm the last one alive. Now he actually has emotion, and it's like, that's crazy. Like, Saitama's cool. This guy voided too. Right? Like, when you see his stuff, that's the best. When you see him actually, like, try a little bit against Garo, and then he forgets about it. But then, like, all this, the art is so good. Everything is so good. The animation, buenos dias. I don't even know what that means. It is so good. To be rated anything less than A or S, oh my gosh. I was devastated. I was devastated. It was absolutely horrid energy in it. Like, dude, One Punch Man, by far one of my favorite all time. Oh yeah, Mob Psycho came out, the 3rd season of Mob Psycho. I was trying, like, after Mob Psycho 1 or 2, I didn't know if there was more. I looked up the manga because I really like the show, right? Like, I looked up the manga to see if there's anything else. The manga is so bad. I'm sorry, but the Mob Psycho manga is just absolutely garbage. The art is terrible compared to the anime. Nah, it's crazy. That's crazy, right? Dude, it's because Mob Psycho was so bad. I mean, no, the manga. Mob Psycho is good, but I don't get the third season. Like, you know, he beat the guy. He was cool and he was normal. He had friends now, and the dude, no, I'm fine with there being a third season. I'm mad about the trailer. They spoiled everything. The first 4 episodes, 5, maybe 6. I don't know how long it takes for what happens in the trailer to happen. But they spoil multiple episodes because you know nothing that happens in those few episodes will matter because of what happens in the trailer. And if you haven't seen the trailer, don't watch it because it'll spoil the maybe like half the season for you. Like, it'll spoil like one of the huge points of the season. It's just like, why? Why would you do that to your show? Like, I get it, like, trying to build hype, but, like, spoiling the show is not the way to do that, my guy. Like, it completely ruined it for me. Like, I'm still gonna watch it, of course, because, like, it's a good show. But I don't want, it would have been so much better if it just wasn't spoiled, like, in my opinion. Like, I definitely would have enjoyed it more. Because, like, the first, how many episodes were it? Like, 1? I don't know, the whole time I was watching the first episode, all I was thinking is, when's it gonna happen? Like, you know, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna happen? Because the trailer also sets it up by showing you other plot points that happen before the big thing happens, right? So for the first 3 episodes, or first however many episodes I watched, I don't know how many episodes I watched, you're waiting in anticipation for this to happen, and then I find that I just stopped caring as much about those episodes because I was waiting for the stuff that I know happens before the big point in the show, because that's when everything gets good. You know it's gonna get good because they show you what happens after the big event. They spoil the whole season. They spoiled the whole season in the trailer. It is just it is like not the way they should do that. Like, you should like promote your show. Because the whole season's spoiled. They're like little tidbits here and there. I was like, why would you do this to your show and yourself? I don't know. I was like when I realized the why, because like I didn't realize it at first because I was watching and I was like, why am I not enjoying this as much, you know? Because like I'm not very smart. I don't know why, right? Dude, it's because I knew what was gonna happen and I was in anticipation. I found myself thinking, okay, when's this gonna happen? And then like I don't know, maybe it's because I didn't watch Mob for a while. Dude, I just didn't know who this character they were talking about was. I was like, who is that dog? Who? Because like the last season was about them fighting. I don't even know who this person was that they just introduced. Like, I know she was important in like the first season, but the second season is what I mainly remembered. Like, I know, dude, the way the first season ended was so good though. When the teacher guy became good, I want him to be strong. I really want them to make him strong. Like, I don't know why, but I really want to see the useless characters in shows like have like a turnaround. They turn themselves around. They become good, strong people. And instead of being completely useless, completely bad, and completely leeching off the main character. What? Why did you buy TNT instead of anything else? Oh, that's why. Oh my gosh, I'm nasty. Please delete. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Did he forget? He forgore? He forgore? He forgore? Who's that? That's crazy. Get over here. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, bang, boom. Bing, bong. Bing, bong. Bing, bong. Up. Okay, One Piece. One Piece, I watched 40 episodes. No, 50. I watched a lot of episodes of One Piece. And then I was like, too many episodes. Stop now. And then I just never got back into it. I don't know what episode it was. I was really enjoying One Piece. I watched it, and then like in like a few days I watched like 30-40 episodes, right? Which is kind of a lot because it's like 20 minutes an episode. Dude, I don't know what the episode was that I watched. I watched one singular episode, and I literally I remember the moment I was on the toilet watching One Piece, and I clicked on an episode. I started watching it and I was like, dang, I don't want to watch this show anymore. Like, that's literally what I thought. I don't want to watch this anymore. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is, of course, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. You know, the starting song of the stream was from much better. Okay, the starting song for the stream was the song from Cyberpunk Edge Runners, like one of the, I think probably one of the main songs on it. Dog, that show is it's so good. It's so good, but I hate the way it ends. Okay, what was I saying? I said something really weird in the chat. Okay, so pretty much, when David is getting bored out, you know, he's about to go into cyber psychosis, right? This guy's about to go crazy, similar to Maine before him, you know. He's seen what happened to Maine, and he didn't care. And when Lucy was like, "Yo, you gotta chill out," he's like, "I can't do that yet.
Why not?
I got dreams, honey." But like, what is he on about? In what world, bro? Dude, he said his mom and Maine left him dreams. Bro, Maine left him literally nothing. Like, Maine was like, "Bro, you're not cut out for this. Chill out." What did Maine leave him, dude? All this man's wanted to do is give him like a better like a fighting chance, and this man's took it as, "Oh yeah, I gotta get bored out. I gotta be the criminal overlord." Like, what? And dude, his mom, like, the thing his mom left him was like, "Oh, I want," like, the dream his mom left him was like, "Oh, I want you to have a good life, have a good job, you know, a good education, all this stuff, right?" This man became a crime boss. This guy became a criminal. Like, what? Quoi? C'est quoi ça? Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il fait ça? But it's like, bro, like, I hated that part the most. Like, that, I think that's the thing I disliked about the show the most. And also where that random like mustache guy just came from. He just popped up like, "Yo, what's up? I'm the driver," you know. I mean, every show's gotta have one. Just the driver. But like, a reason I was like upset by the ending, like, everyone was upset by the ending because it was so sad. I hate sad endings. And I absolutely despise them because they make me feel sad. It was okay. That show, like, the comments of 9anime were so right. That show was just straight up Akame got killed. But cyberpunk. It was cyber got killed straight up. Bye bye, Aquabed. Get away from me, you freak! Oh, I should have hit him. I could have had him. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, it's straight up Akame got killed. We're like, plot scene for plot scene where one guy dies. Okay, he was an important character. Other guy dies. Other guy dies. Other guy dies. Everyone's dead. In the end, it just ends with Lucy on space alone. Why were the people gray? Why were they gray and like deformed and like, what? How does that make sense? I don't know. But like, I hate sad endings, dog. Cause like, dude, oh my gosh, I just wanted the characters to have a good happy ending. Like, dude, episode 6 when Main died, he died 6 episodes in. There's 10 episodes in the show. I'm like, okay, 4 episodes to give these characters a happy ending. And then they just don't. They just decide not to give the characters a happy ending. So the next 4 episodes they all die. It was pretty quick paced, I will say. But yeah, one of the things that made me so sad, Main was so similar to one of my favorite ever anime characters, Orga Itsuka from Iron Blooded Orphans Gundam, Mobile Battlesuit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans, right? And he died too, and like, cause they were similar, cause they were like the cool mentor. Like, they didn't have anything to gain from helping. What? They had nothing to gain from helping like the main character, but they did anyways, right? I'm like, dang, these guys are cool. Both of them died, and I was like, dang, bro. Like, dude, this character was so big when I was watching the show, where I never get like sad when I watch anime. Well, usually the show. There's a few shows are exceptions, right? When this dude died, because they called him boss in the show, 12-year-old me sat on my bed and I was like, laid down and I was like, dang, boss just died. It was so incredibly cringe and just nerd. I was such a nerd, right? When this dude died, I was like, dang, boss died. And then Main, I was like, and then I thought, oh, Main's such a cool character, you know, he's cool, dude, literally good guy Main, right? Nothing to gain from helping this kid out except for like, he kind of did, but like, he took him under his wing. It was cool, dude. But when he died, I was like, dang, that sucks. That really sucks. I was like, dang, no way. But you could see it coming for a while. I was really hoping they'd give him like a cool ending. I mean, they kind of did, but like, why did Bird just steal his arm? If you can steal his arm, steal him. Like, what is he want, buddy? Buddy boy, you're bugging. right? And then, what was I saying? Oh yeah, bro. From episode 1. Episode 1 I think was like actually perfect. It was just enough action, just enough like interest like in the world, in the character, in the world building, right? You're like, dang, I want to see what happens to this kid next. And then the ending from episode 1, so happy, so cool, so everything good, everything awesome, everything is awesome, everything is cool when you're part of a team, right? But no, it ends, everybody's dead. Why did he get big arm? Why did he have to do that? He didn't have to get the big arm, bro. He had the thing that makes him fast. He could have just beep boop, and it would have been better. My one of the things I hate the most. Why did he have to get bored out? He was super OP with just the Sandev stand. He was super OP with just that. Why did he get bored out? Like for like the smallest things, dog, you're already super duper mega speed. Like I get at the start of like right after main dies, they show an episode where he has like a fight like that. But like you still move super duper incredible speed. You don't need the extra buffs, dog. Like dude was already OP enough if he could rip off main's arm and then get back to the thing in the time it took main to get killed. Like he could have just stayed normal and been able to win. Like I don't get that. And then even when he was bored out, he didn't have to go into the cyber skeleton. Bro has the super duper speed. Like what? Like what? I mean, maybe because the other guy had it, but the other guy wouldn't have known. No, the other guy didn't even want to, like, wasn't even fight ready when he showed up. So it's like, why? Like, dude, what? Dude, like, oh my gosh, I'm big mad.